going on, Twin Tiers, and welcome to Twin Tiers Football, brought to you by Simmons Rockwell Ford. Well, it was another busy night out on the gridiron as we near the end of the regular season. Let's start out the night in Section 5 tonight, where the Haverling Rams hope to get their second win of the season. The Rams hosted Livonia tonight. The Bulldogs still searching for their first win this year. Let's pick things up with 5 to go in the first quarter. Livonia ball after a fumble recovery. Ball on the 2. Jack Henry pitches it to Seth Edie right into the end zone for the touchdown. Bulldogs missed the PAT 6-0. Haverling's turn to shine. Owen Burlingham looking for his guy, and he's got him. Colton Fleming with a great catch over the middle, but the Bulldogs defense was on lockdown. Drive stalls. Quick 3 and out gives the Rams the ball back, but Burlingham is picked off by Edie, who returns it for the touchdown. Bulldogs up 12-0. Gage Thomas under center now in the second. Ball's on the 47, handed off to Brady Hopkins, who puts his head down and muscles right through the secondary, eventually brought down at the 30. Asher Phoenix gets into the end zone for 6 shortly after for Haverling, but the Bulldogs come out on top in the end, 27-22 the final. All right, to Elmira now. The Express hosting Corning for a rematch of the Class AA final from last year. Scoreless in the second quarter. Corning in the red zone. Cooper Bang hands it off to Clayton Smith, heads into the edge and gets into the painted turf for the first points of the night. Express little past midfield. Zach Conklin hands it off to Dash Harris right up the middle. Little stiff arm there. Turns on those Jets and's called down at the 1. But Harris, no problem for him. He brings it into the end zone. A play later, Express trailing by 1, 8-7. 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Conklin steps back in the pocket, launches one downfield, finds none other than Julian Cologne, unstoppable as he finds pay dirt. The Express lock up Division I title and in the top seed for Section 4 Class AA playoffs, 34-8 the final. To Horseheads now. The Blue Raiders hosting Vestal after taking their first loss of the season last Friday, picking things up at the end of the first. Josh Queller launches one downfield, finds Gavin Brady, who's brought down at the Horseheads 35. Second quarter now. Vestal driving the other way. Queller hands it off to Caden Kitchen in the backfield up the middle and muscles his way into the painted turf for 6. Successful 2-pointer makes it 8-0 Golden Bears. Second half now. Horseheads looking to get on the board this drive. Dimitri Charlenow fakes the handoff and gives it to Aiden Culshaw, who finds the outside lane wide open, takes it the distance for the score. Missed PAT makes it 8-6. Vestal Raiders get the ball back a couple minutes later. Charlenow handing it off to Patrick Laney, who weaves his way through traffic, looking shifty, gets into the painted turf for the lead, but the Golden Bears make get one more in at the start of the fourth, handing Horseheads their second loss in a row. 14-12 the final. All right, it was homecoming night at Shenango Valley. The crowd getting the roller coaster going. Starting things off second half, Ben Kraseg runs the QB keeper, and he'll work his way through the Storm defense on the way to a first down. But later on, CV with a bad snap, and Dana Spazio will get the recovery for the Storm. Following the recovery, Hunter Mowry with the absolute dart to Caden Lagramata, who sheds a tackle and goes all the way for the score. Following the PAT, Storm would lead 28-0 on the third down. Now Kraseg looking for the score. He'll find Amin Harris, but the pass will be ruled incomplete. Fourth down now for the Warriors. On fourth, Kraseg wouldn't be able to connect with his receiver, and it would be a turnover on downs. The Storm will go on to get the win, 35-8. All right, let's move to 8-man football and the Battle of the Spartans. Edison entered this game undefeated, but we're down 16-0. Joe Sargent looking deep. What a grab by Tyler Zakow for the long gain. It's Sargent getting a QB sneak to extend the lead, 24-0. Now the road squad looking for anything. This flip does not go to anyone. It's the home unit landing on it to get great field position, and they march down trying to dive in. A little bit of controversy. That's actually called a touchback, so Edison got the ball back. Unitago Franklin, Gilbertsville, Mount Upton could not get anything else to end the first half, but the home squad able to win the Battle of the Spartans, 36-14 the final. Alrighty, to the scoreboard. Tioga beats Trumansburg tonight 24-8, and an 8-man Newfield takes a 54-14 win over Notre Dame. And SVEC hosting Newark Valley tonight. The Eagles taking a 41-19 win over the Cardinals. In the Northern Tier League now, Athens beating Muncie 41-14, and Wellsboro taking a dominating win to 55-8 over Northwest. A close game in Towanda tonight, but the Black Knights fall to Tacanic 34-27. At a big night at Alperon Park, Troy takes a 70-29 win over Central Mountain.